Okay, so I've just ordered an Idoo mini chainsaw. Um, it comes with gloves, which is helpful. I've never had a chainsaw before. It has its own case, so that's good news. It doesn't just come in a box. It comes in like a proper case. Okay, it looks like this. This is a 6-inch chainsaw. Um, and it has, oh wow, it has 2 batteries actually. I don't know if that means they don't last long or what. So I guess the first thing to do would be to start charging. Also comes with safety glasses, which you definitely want to have on. And comes with the saw chain. Looks like that is, yeah, okay. We're gonna learn how to put that on. But this looks like it has a saw chain on it, so maybe it's a spare one. I'm not sure. We'll read the instructions and see while it's charging up. So I'm just gonna go charge this up. You've seen these before. This is just your standard lithium battery, but there are 2 of them. This is a 20-volt, 20 AH, I don't know what that means, lithium ion battery. I'm gonna take one out, charge one at a time. Looks like one is not in there right now. Actually, let's see if it's a little bit charged now, just to see what it feels like in the hand. Let me see if, okay, it's on lock, that's good. Okay, it's on. So what you do is this button here is the safety. So if I'm not pushing on it, it won't go. But if I do that, then it will. So that means if this is my left hand, so I would do it with my index finger. If I'm doing it with my right hand, then I would do it with my thumb. Okay, it is kind of loud, but it's not nearly as loud as it would be if it were bigger. So it looks like this does have little teeth on it already ready to go. So what I'm going to do, let's see if I take this battery off, if I can. There we go. It's a little bit hard to take off. And I'm going to lay it down on its right side so that there's no chance of that button being pressed down. Okay, I'm going to try this one too and see if it is also charged up. But then I'll definitely put them on the charger. I want to be a little careful of your hands there. Okay, so these are already on. That's great. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the wall to charge up more. And we'll see if it might have a little light on it or something that tells how charged it is. So we'll see what that's like. One moment, please. And this does not charge up to a charging station per se. It just, I'll show you. It just goes from here into here. Okay, that's how it does. So I'm going to just plug this in. And it doesn't have a grounding third part, so it's a little more flexible. You can put it in wherever. Let's see here. Okay, I can't actually tell if it's charging. It has little lights, but they're not on, so I don't know what that means since it's already partly charged up. So I'm gonna go outside and just try to chop up a little tree bit real fast, and we'll see how I do. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just been outside and I've worked with this. It didn't do great on the tire that I was trying to do, but it did do nicely on the small tree. This is a tree that is invasive in our area, a mimosa. It's only a year old, but it's already got 2 main trunks out of it that are pretty solid 4 inches around and plenty of 20-foot, tendrils. to cut down. So I cut down almost everything. I'll put the picture that I'll put the thumbnail for this video is the picture of that as an after. It was previously going up to the roof. And now I have a lot of extra wood. Now, mind you, all that wood is usable, and it's also medicinal. Mimosa has good medicinal properties. You'll notice that I'm wearing different safety glasses than I was with these. As any good safety person will tell you, you want to have full coverage around your face, and that was definitely true with the chainsaw. Anyone who's used a chainsaw would know this already, but I haven't used one before, and probably if you're looking at a 6-inch chainsaw, you haven't either. So I will say, please invest in the $20 to get this, because stuff comes at you all the time. When stuff is going through a chainsaw, it's moving constantly. And that's true with any saw, but especially with a chainsaw. So you want to definitely do that. This made it much easier. It would have been even easier if I'd had a mask on, because I had stuff coming at me. I did not do the bottom of the tree trunk because my back is out right now, so I can't bend. But you see from the thumbnail that I put quite a good dent in things anyway. So I am liking this. My next question in the instructions is, there really wasn't any assembly required to this, thank goodness. But I am going to check and see if they tell you how to clean the chains, and make sure to wear good gloves when you do that. This is a good enough glove to do the work in, but I would say use a thicker glove if you're going to take these chains off, because presumably they're sharp. So I have a glove I'll show you. I wear rubber gloves underneath, and then they're called rose gloves. They're very thick leather. I wear these on top. I have a lot of dermatitis, allergy triggers, and so for me, the only way that I can be out in the yard at all is to wear these, not just on their own, but because leather is porous at the end of the day, but to wear rubber gloves underneath, and then these, and that really does the job. And that's how I will take this apart as well. It does give you a reminder that whenever you're not using it, that you take this battery off. Before I do that, I'm going to just show you. It stands quite nicely on its own. We saw this in the reviews that people gave, but it doesn't take much of a footprint. I mean, this is 4 by 3 maybe, and then the height is maybe 18 inches. So if you have a real limited space, you could even fit this under your kitchen sink. In fact, I think how that would work without hurting myself bending down. It would be difficult. But you can see it fits right in there in that area where you can't really fit anything else. So there's plenty of room for that. Especially in that place where you've got this divider where you can't really put anything else in your kitchen. So I'm real happy with this so far. Again, this is just first use. Again, I did try it on my tires. I think I'm going to have to look up how to cut tires. I think maybe I'll have to do it by hand with maybe a aviator scissors or something like that. They're just so thick, and they're around trees that won't fruit because they've got tire chemicals in them. So I need to get those out of here, but they're big and they're real thick. So I don't think this is going to be the right tool for that job. But now that I've tried it, I can see that really just a real thick blade that I can clip with is probably my best option there. So like I said, the next step is figuring out how to clean this. If the instructions don't give me that, I'll look it up. And then once I have done it successfully, I'll make another video. So I hope this is helpful.